Welcome to Supremacy Culture FX. First things first, I want you guys to go to our Instagram page at Supremacy Culture FX and follow the Instagram page, as we will be sharing with you a lot of content during the week of what's happening in the markets and everything and such as that. Our new website is coming soon, in which we'll be offering a whole lot of content. But for now, stick to this video right now. I'll be updating you about what's going on with the dollar. And if you guys know, if you're following on the Instagram page, we did call off this drop before it happened. So right now, what's happening with the dollar? What's happening with the DXY? As we can see, let me just go back on the monthly time frame and look at how we have closed. Look at how we've closed. If I'm looking at how the previous month, look at that April, how it closed below the 91,500 level. And then that gave us an allowance to say, you know what, okay, price is now willing and able to actually just trade in below this whole area, and thus you saw the drop that happened. Right now, today is the 9th, right, Sunday, going into the new week. We've already seen a huge momentum drop right now on the DXY. Look at the last week closure. Look at that. Very bearish. Very bearish. And it has broken off the 9750 psychological level. And so what now? What now? If I'm going to delete time frame, what's clear to me, if I just let me just read price action with you guys just so you can understand. As you can see, we broke here 91,500 with this candlestick, broke it. Price were then playing around, consolidating in there, and then we got the final drop again, right? And that drop, it took out last week's candlestick and also breaking below 9750. So right now we are in this area. This is where we're playing. This is where our objectives are at. This is where our liquidity objectives are at. This is where we're trying to go to. This is our long-term targets. You know, if I just look at the monthly right here, the dollar can actually fall all the way to 88,250, 88,500 psychological level. You can actually come all the way down there. If I go on a weekly time frame, you know what, Forex trading it's hard in itself, so I'm not gonna try to hide the basic things from you guys. I'm just gonna show you the basic things as it is. Sorry about that, my mic was on. As you can hear now, my quality, the quality of my voice is way better. I forgot to put my mic on. But continuing here, okay, next video I'll make sure that I won't forget. Okay, so continuing here, what do we see? What can actually happen right now? We can actually dwell right at 90,000 right here at 90, right? And why here is because right here is the next weekly psychological level. It's going to take another break for us to focus on that. But right now, since we just recently broke the 90-70-50, our focus should literally be in that range, right? And we're possibly going to get a pullback for volume, right? And then we can maybe come back again down, right, to maybe taking around 92.50, 9200, no, 89,200, 89,250. All right, but right here is where we're at. Okay, what can we get? What can happen right now is, you know, if you look at previous PA and how it reacted, like when we broke this 91,500, right, we had price coming back again, right, and then playing around there, stalling, and then broke. So now the same thing can actually happen around here. We had a break, we can actually stall again and then break, right? So if you just go and delete time frame, it will be much more clear, right? Much more clear to see what price can potentially do. Right here, it can actually come back, retest 97.50, right? Or even just decides to just, you know, go a little bit above, you know, and just do a kind of like a fake out and then drop again into coming down below these levels and these levels. So okay, so now I'm just going to do something with you guys. I won't hide anything from you right now, right? What then? What if price breaks 90, right? What if price breaks past 90? Then price will then has to go below here and also down here, right? And how do I do that, guys? This is one of them games right, that you can actually take away from this video in how you actually do this. All I do is I'm gonna literally use those two key level, the weekly and the daily, and I'm just gonna put it down below here, you know, as such, right there, right? And then the 89,250, run that off. That's the next psychological key level that you can actually drop into, you know, if it does break the weekly 90,000. And then after that, and then you can then find a weekly key level at 80,493, then just run that off, 89,500. That'll be the next psychological level on that right there. Okay, so what am I saying? Let me just quickly just copy that right into the new levels that I've just drawn right now, so it's less work, so you guys see that clearly. I'll do the writing later on. For now, I'll just keep it as such. Okay, right there, reset. So do you see how that is right there, right? We've just created the new psychological levels, the new key levels that DXY, the dollar, can actually run into, right? Next, what now then? What are we saying that can happen right there is that, okay, right here we can bounce off. It's much possible to actually look at that. That's a very strong support for the dollar. So I think it can actually give us a retracement back into these levels. Even try just dip again there, and then it can drop for us. So but I'll be very careful. It can even just go as further as this and drop, you know, and then drop, you know, into these levels, you know. But take every single step as it comes. Take every single step as it comes. My next level for dollar is 89,700. But then we have to wait for this week that we have ahead of us on how are we potentially going to close, right? Are we closing below this area, right? If that is that, then okay, fine, then we can drop. But since we closed below this area last week, okay, fine, we can play around and store a little bit here and find ups and down. So 90,000 is the new found. It might find support there, specifically on the DXY. So yeah, that's the DXY in a nutshell. Really in a nutshell. I'll cover, I think, the pound as well. And pound, I'll go more specific, but I really believe that we can have such, we can have maybe a drop all the way here. That can actually really happen. So that's it for this video, right? Logging out. See you in the next video. Don't forget to, you know what you gotta do, subscribe.